Hey everyone, welcome to the another episode of our podcast. Every story matters. Today we have got Dr. Arunagiri. Hello, sir. How are you doing?
Hi, Sachin, top of the world, top of the world.
Sure. So, sir, before we start, please tell our audience about you. What do you do exactly?
Sachin, as you know, I've been a global sales trainer.
Hmm.
I've been author of 7 books,
Hmm.
4 of them on sales and 3 of them on well-being.
Yeah.
I also had the opportunity of being an international basketball player,
Wow.
and also I'm a successful industrialist as I run a couple of companies since last 3 decades, which are in the field of creative promotional solutions, packaging, and gifting for various corporates across India and abroad. So my mission or my vision or my purpose in life, or why what I do is to empower, enable, educate every human being whom I train and interact to help them find their potential by removing their barriers,
Wow.
which they have self-created themselves.
Yeah.
So I want to be more like a transformational catalyst.
Yeah.
Of course, in this process, I also grow and I also want to help as many human beings as possible, Sachin, to
Amazing.
become a better human being and to truly enjoy this beautiful gift of human life, which each of us have been blessed with.
Wow. That's amazing, sir. So, as I shared, the theme of my podcast is every story matters. So, if you can share your story in 30 seconds or 1 minute, that would be amazing. What's your story?
Yeah, my story that way, if you ask me the various roles, I've been a very passionate sportsman and I played for India in basketball. I'm telling you the story mainly because that has been the crux on which my entire personality,
Yeah.
my entire journey of life, and whatever successes and failures I've had,
Hmm.
a lot of things has to do with my passion of sports.
Hmm.
And of course, then I realized and I also identified that training, sharing, mentoring, coaching has been also one of the things which really uh, inspires me and makes me feel really alive.
Amazing.
So my story has been lots of ups and downs, lots of failures, lots of mistakes are made, but every failure, every mistake, every challenges has helped me grow. So
Amazing.
that has been my spirit, and I for one believe that every experience that a human being goes through
Hmm.
is an opportunity for him to become a better version of himself.
Absolutely.
And if you view it in the right fashion,
Yeah.
in the right mindset, right attitude, I think this world is full of abundance. And
Lovely.
whatever you want to achieve in your life, whatever
Yeah.
is available for you to achieve
Yeah.
it, because so much of potential is
Right.
there within us.
Amazing. So, sir, as you mentioned that you are a global sales trainer, if somebody wants to become absolutely exceptional at sales, what are the three things that they can do?
Excellent. Thank you, Sachin, for bringing this up because I, for one, believe that every human being is a salesperson, whether he knows it or not.
Yeah.
And selling or sales or influencing or persuasion to the various ways
Hmm.
is one life skill
Hmm.
which everybody should try to learn
Yeah.
and become better in. And if you ask me to be a good salesperson, you have to be a good human being
Hmm.
because selling is about making a difference to others,
Yeah.
providing solution to them.
Right.
And one more thing about good salesperson is a good listener,
Hmm.
wherein 80% of the time he listens and
Hmm.
only 20% time he asks good questions
Yeah.
so that he can come out and help the other human being to find a solution for the problem and thereby may make him pain free.
Hmm.
So that is one more thing. And third thing, of course, is this is a skill which is a science. So everybody should learn the science of selling. Like there are various stages, steps, and skills of selling.
Hmm.
In fact, one more of my purpose of my life is to make more and more human beings realize
Yeah.
the value of selling as a skill,
Hmm.
persuasion, and make them realize that they should go to some expert anywhere
Yeah.
and learn this particular science so that
Amazing.
they will be able to interact better. They'll be able to achieve whatever they intend to achieve in their life.
Fantastic. I love this point. Sir, I teach storytelling, okay? So, according to you, do you think storytelling is important in sales as well? And why is it important and how people can improve it?
Absolutely, you're spot on, Sachin. We are emotional beings,
Hmm.
and our subconscious mind, which is 80% of our entire thought origin, comes from the emotional brain, which is the subconscious mind. So, stories sell, facts tell. So, as a salesperson, people relate to you when you are able to sell a story.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can tell about your own personal situations, events which you have went through,
Yeah.
and there are everyone has got their own individualized experiences which can be converted in the form of a story. Right, but I follow the format. Situation, complexity, question and answer. I see QA technique, which we constantly teach in our sales training program, which I also use. Right. Each of us have got a lot of situations happening. There are complexities, then you come out with an answer, question, and they come out with an answer. So everybody should be able to tell stories about life. In fact, if I can tell about my own life, uh, like there has been so many challenges.
Yeah.
There have been instances where my company has almost gone broke almost three times.
Wow.
Because of external factors. COVID was one.
Yeah.
Before that, there were some companies, banks, Situ we were banking,
Mm.
they went bankrupt. Global Bank of India,
Yeah.
which was then taken over by Syndicate Bank,
Wow.
was one bank where all our money was there. So we almost got locked out of all our resources for almost about 6 months, and still we could survive all those challenges just because of resilience, and as I call it, as anti-fragile. When you
Wow.
bounce back more than where you fall from.
Wow.
So it's all a matter of. Also, one more thing about story, as you said, Sachin, is you are what story you tell yourself.
Oh, I love this.
So
I
you need
love
to
it.
ensure that you are telling yourself powerful stories.
Yes.
Like, there may be instances where you deserve something, you don't get it. But don't make it into a negative story.
Yeah.
And by blaming people, justify or complaining about them.
Mm.
Check out what more you can do, or look out for the next opportunity, which is always there.
Absolutely.
And thereby make the best
Yeah.
use of every situation it happens.
Mm.
So the stories you sell is very important, because
Mm.
your story impacts your state,
Yeah.
your story impacts the strategy.
Yeah.
Strategy is fulfillment.
Mm.
So always, friends, I would strongly recommend, as you rightly said, very very conscious about what story you tell yourself, and always ensure that it's an empowering story.
Mm.
So always let it be a story which makes you learn something new by reflection, and then come out with the next step.
Yeah.
Don't get stopped.
I
So
loved it.
this is very very important.
I loved it. I mean, when you talked about telling yourself these stories, it was so relatable to me, sir, because when I go out there and ask people for the video and podcast, I used to tell myself, oh, he's a big guy. He's a lot of millions of followers. Why would he say yes to me? What if I told you in Dubai last month, I interviewed Vishen Lakhiani,
Wow.
right, who has millions of followers. So I had stopped telling myself those negative stories that I was not good enough and they would say no to me. And the moment I started telling myself the positive ones, my life changed completely. So right, so talking about the sales, thank you. Talking about the sales, what are the top three books that you have read and you would recommend to people?
Yeah, awesome. In fact, selling, as we all know, is about persuasion.
Yeah.
So, to be a really good salesperson, I would recommend, the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. Even though it's a generalized book, but it gives you a lot of important in tidbits into the various aspects of selling.
Yeah.
7 Habits of Highly Effective People. So you can also convert them into 7 Habits of Highly Effective Salespeople.
Ah, yes.
Because all those distinctions, all those laws, all those principles equally applicable for
Yeah.
sales. So that is one book which I would always recommend
Sure.
all of us to continuously learn. I've got one book which I authored out of the 21 common mistakes done by salespeople.
Wow.
Dr. Arunagiri. So this is 21 mistakes which I have done myself, and I've learned from many other salespeople, and I put them into form of a book. So if you can read that,
Yeah.
it's always said it's always good to learn from other people's mistakes.
Yeah.
That saves you time, effort, and money as well.
Amazing.
So that is one more important thing which I strongly feel. And one more book you can read is a book called on Little Voice by
Okay.
one of my mentor called Blair Singer.
Okay.
So little voice is one of the impediments which comes to every human being before he goes for selling. Because fear of rejection and fear of failure are the two main aspects for salespeople to become less effective.
Absolutely.
And that is comes from a little voice.
Hmm.
So Little Voice Management by Blair Singer is another one very very good book which can be read.
Amazing.
So there are many more. These are
Sure.
books which comes to my
Sure.
mind really.
Yeah. So, what's the best piece of advice you've heard or received on sales?
Oh, very, very. In fact, the best piece of advice I got is selling is the most important personal skill, most important business skill. And adding to that is sales is equal to income, income is equal to business. more sales, more income, more business. No sales, no income, no
I
business.
loved it.
So
Loved it.
for every business, sales is a very important function which everybody in the organization has to be focused on.
Amazing. And what is the worst piece of advice you heard or received in sales?
Yeah, good point. I really love that question, Sachin. Very intelligent. Is that sales is not important. Sales is something it's a default career, or all salespeople are people who have not got any other job. This is a stupidest statement because 80% of the CEOs of any organization, right from a startup till a Fortune 500 companies, come from a sales background.
Yeah.
So the stupidest statement is that sales is a default career, or sales is a career which people take because they have not got any other job.
Loved it. Loved it. So, sir, what's your dream for the world?
Oh, very good, very well said. In fact, thank you for asking me that beautiful question. My real dream, Sachin, is to help every human being to really realize the beauty of human life.
Ah, I loved it.
And my dream is, of course, not only me, but all the teachers, trainers, coaches, all of us, we can all come together and help human beings to realize their potential and remove their barriers, and thereby live a more powerful, more prosperous, and a more purposeful life. That is my vision. This world becoming a heaven for me.
Amazing.
This is my vision, and I feel it is possible.
Sure.
It is possible.
Thank you, sir. Sir, thank you very much for coming on the podcast. One last question. How was the podcast?
Oh, very good. In fact, I love your energy, and I love your purpose, and your intention is to make a difference through your podcast.
Sure, sure.
And that's the reason why you talk to the top leaders and important people. And I tell you, one conversation or one thought can
Yeah.
change life.
Oh, yeah.
So, Sachin, what you're doing is a great job. You're getting people to share their thoughts, their life, their
Sure.
stories. And as I said, one story, one thought, or one sharing can change people's life. So,
Amazing.
you are exactly, adding momentum to what I said. People like you and me and many others in this world want to make this world a heaven. So let's all do it. I think you're doing
Sure.
through a podcast. I do through my training and coaching and mentoring.
Amazing. Thank you, sir. And last one. How can people find you and about your books? Please tell us.
See, you can go to my website www.arunagiri.com.in, and we have got almost hundreds of videos on YouTube. You can just type Dr. Arunagiri, the best sales trainer in India, and you will find our all their posts. And I keep on posting at least one video every second day. So there's a lot of treasure which I want people to use. And also, we have got a very good very good website on holistic well-being.
Wow.
It's again a part of, I think, sales. Because for a human being to be more powerful in whatever he does, he has to have a holistic well-being. So that also is one more thing, which is again called as www.goldenhour.com. So you can just have a look at it. You'll be able to get some wisdoms which I have got from other great thought leaders, and little way of my serving this world.
Amazing. Guys, I'm telling you, if there is one person that I can count on sales, it's Dr. Arunagiri. I have attended one of his sessions in Mumbai. It was amazing. So, sir, thank you very much for your time and the wisdom. And guys, I hope you enjoyed the conversation. Please go and find out more about him on LinkedIn and get his book. You will absolutely love it. And I will see you in the next episode of Every Story Matters. Bye bye.